We're gonna go trailing off into here. See if we can get a little bit more mud action. Now that the tires are soaked, nice and heavy. We'll see what the suspension does now with those straps on it. Going anywhere. So here's the newest update on the LMT from Lowe's. We have some straps on here. Shocks have been rebuilt. New pieces here. We'll talk about those later. Here's the straps. This has a longer one than this one. Look at these things. Okay, we're gonna go down this way into this here. Just kind of taking it slow, what we can come through here. Turning around. Oh yeah, this is gonna, oh hey, come on now. Get out of there. Here we go. Just a little bit bouncing around, seeing what's here. Oh yeah, this will work good. All right. Let's see what we can get here. Ooh, geez, that's deep. Oh man, not cool at all. So one of the, oh shoot, yes, nice. Oh no. Oh. With these, the steering is right up front like a crawler. That's not full power, is it? Oh, goody. Okay, make sure these aren't. Watch out, kitty. Watch out, Dan. Thanks, bud. That the steering servo here goes out, and I'm going through these like crazy because of where they are. And this one here is bent. So my steering isn't going to be really good like the other one is. So when you wreck and you come down on this stuff, it just kills those servos. So what I'm gonna do is put a bumper on the front that guards that, kind of like a clodbuster. Maybe we'll get some better, servo life out of it. Cause man, I'm tired of replacing servos and wrecking. Cause, come on, give it, you. Nice and shiny and clean. For now, we're gonna tear this thing up. So you gotta be careful in your turns or you'll flip over. Oh, snaps. That was full bore. Ooh, she's getting some mud out there. Heard another snap on the plastic. This thing's just hammered. Oh, shit. Where's she at? There she is. Come on, give us some rips there. Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah. Oh. Ooh. A close up of this. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Well, I'm not sure what the performance is on this yet. Let's let's give it a little run here and see what's sweet. Oh, whoa. Well, the straps, I think, work. Look at this. I'm gonna slow that brake down a bit. Yeah, this is better. Oh, yeah. Oh! Oh! Oh, hell yeah. Oh, snipes! Oh, I wiped out on that damn gopher hole mount right there. Easy on the throttle. Whoa. Oh, no. Yeah. Hope I got that. Ready? 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Oh my God. God. Yeah, 3, 2, 1. Ooh. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, I didn't even get on the steering at all. All I did, these damn things go so good, I didn't even have to steer on this. I just pulled the trigger, my hand was off of the steering, and it just went. That is seriously badass. Oh! Ooh. Yeah. That's what we be running through. Oh. Oh. Took a lot more of the spring out of it. Hop, hop, spoing. Oh yeah, definitely. I think they're easier to control too. With that, they're not as so much bouncy rather than more grip. Yeah, that's cool. So you just kind of blurp the throttle and they just go. Turn back around here. Whoa! Running. Might put another. We're starting to make an actual mega truck course. So you can do monster truck, mega truck, stuff like that. Oh, we're getting hailed on. Right on. Look at that. Beautiful. I think the suspension is really cool for having those straps on. It didn't interfere at all. So now maybe I won't go through shocks and be blown out within the first few jumps. Yeah, we'll see how these do for a while. We'll let you know how they work out on the rest of the stuff. All right, folks, thanks for watching. We're getting hailed on. It's getting windy, and she's about out of power. So the whole idea was to put on these limiting straps. If it helped the life of the shocks, there's nothing coming up here on the release port. No oil. Well, folks, I think we have a winner. It really did help. Now, I'm sure there's plenty of places that you can put them that will work. All we did was find, I looked around and I saw some people were using certain millimeter size, and I got ones for this one here, which are like 100, I believe. Blue ones are 105 or 110. So we had to find some places to put this on. I used that one for now. This one back here I have up on the mount of the shock, and then down on the side here, there's the shock screw, and then I have that mounted there, and that is a screw that comes together over here with a nut. There's the nut. On the front here, I just used the shock screw and then I mounted this one to the frame up here. One I did on the back here of the shock mount on the top, and then the bottom here is on the side. Those came out the same. No oil on either one of them, and we would have had oil already. That's cool. So both sets worked. Yeah, how about that? Okay, so let's go over some preventive maintenance. Okay, so what we like to do is take a brush, just kind of knock everything off, get it loose, go over it real quick. Obviously, if you have an air compressor, something small like a little Badger, Pache, or airbrush setup, or something small, you can tune it down and get in here and just, you don't need much, just knock it off, but knock it off. I want to try an LCG battery tray here and see if there's any sort of difference on that. That would be cool too. I think detailing those gas tanks would be cool too. Run some fuel line up, and that'd be sweet. All we do is just go around and kind of hit it and knock it off of there, get it loose. You see there's so much stuff that goes down. And this is not even the worst part, okay? The worst part is when it gets around the axle. I'll show you that in a second. So now that we can see these here. Okay, so your sway bar links, these things here will break right here on the very inside of the shaft, and you won't know it until you take this off and loosen the screw and see if it falls out. So we thought we had a good clean green to go, and we did not. On the orange one, it had two of these that were broke, one in front, one in back. I like to get down in here into the motor compartment with these big long tweezers. It's just like pulling out a mouse nest. This stuff is so bad. That motor gets hot, you don't clean this out, and you have a fire. So it's just hard on the equipment. After you do that, you can hit it with some of this stuff, like your compressed air. So I do watch them under the hose. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not going to hurt them. Brush your tires if you want. Clean your rims. I can here use the brush to really get that stuff out of there, and then we'll show you something else that happens here. And I think there's one right there. See that axle down in there where that bearing is? This stuff, that's why I let it dry, and then I do this, because you need to take it out, otherwise it is such a pain in the butt. That there, and you get that out of this, because it really wraps around those axles. The step that we do is this here on the oil. This is what I get. Okay, your motors, all that stuff, anything that goes. So I find any of the places that we think needs attention, and we oil it. So if it squeaks, I oil it. Those bearings that we just did, I try to drop down in there and oil them. Attract dirt, and of course it will, but if you need it, you need it. One of the places would be like here on the hinge. You can do a couple little drops. Doink. See, just a little one. I don't do anything big. And then run it. See? No more squeak. And it's smooth. So this here, I think you can kind of see the bend. Maybe not. But it's bent this way instead of straight. So it's going off that way. And it's quite a bit too. Is if you're seeing a different, oh, look at, you see that? Now me, I would say that that is probably wore out and needs to be replaced. If that's true, let me know. If not, I'll just continue running them until it falls out. That one's really bad. So that looks like it's time for a change. And that means that these have to come off. So probably zip, zip, zip. Driveline falls out, and this can be pulled apart. You got to take this off. Your top here, the link, and then you can probably take that apart and change that. And I have those to be replaced, so we may have to do it. But so far, this has just been a review about the straps, the shocks. This would be third time rebuilding the shocks, and the first time they haven't leaked. Make sure you get underneath though too. Okay? So see all that's in there? You gotta get all that out. Look at that in there, by the bearing and the drive shaft and everything. Gotta get all that out of there. So we got some cleaning to do before they go back out and get dirty again. Okay, so up on further inspection and cleaning, look what we have here. So I don't know if you can see it or not. See that? This one in the back, right there. So it's moving. Look at that. So I'm gonna try to tighten it up and see if anything happens. Stay and live. But up on inspection further of tuning things, look what we found out about these trucks. This is pretty cool. So the headers are different than the orange one. Now, something else that we can spot out here is, we were talking about these links. See up here on this one, you got 1, 2, and 3. There's a row of these going across. You got 3 rows of 4. These things are mounted at different heights for the truck. This one is higher in the back to give it the slope that it has, that the Bog Hog has. That little drag look, forward drag. Now, this one is set up different. It's set up to be so that it sits like this, squatting in the back, and then when it takes off, it does that. Bog Hog is already sitting down in the front and lifts like this and goes. So when you watch these, the suspension can be tuned on these trucks. Your 4 links can be tuned on the top bar here. You got 3 positions. These are in the lower in the back, and a higher one in the front. Look at that. There's your 4 link. There's your 4 link. So if you get them drooped down, look at this one's way up here, and this one's down here. That's new. So it looks like there's a few things you can adjust on these. If you want this to be up higher, put these down in the lower slots. This is pretty cool. So it looks like there's a lot you can do to these trucks right out of the box as far as tuning, and with very little upgrades. Perhaps a servo, and you don't need to get shocks, but you should invest in limiting straps, and a shock rebuild kit, a wheelie bar, and you know, you're really kind of set. Maybe get some of these, the links, because those are going to go out. Don't drive it in the ice and snow unless you're prepared to replace an axle. On these, they do break here and here on these. Okay, on a metal one, you don't have that. See, these are both plastic. On the metal one, you don't have that. They're metal all the way down there, and they're not going to break. These things have hit everything. So there's a couple things that you can beef up, maybe even the tie rod. Steering tie rod is a good idea. Well, stay tuned for the next video. We'll go out and test some more stuff and give you a report. Thanks for watching. See you soon. What happens when you're on the wrong get off. Get on your own side.